Hey guys, this is Mistress Nightmare here, and today we'll be reading A Smile for Me, a Jeff the Killer Yaoi story. I wasn't going to stay pure forever. Now, was I? Especially not after what you did. My hands hesitantly touched the large scar that was covered my chest. You know, I didn't mean to. His voice was now harsh, a hush whisper. Accidents happen. I smiled at him, but that wasn't one. If you guys want to find out what happens next, please hit that like button, comment, subscribe to this channel if you guys want more creepypasta fanfictions out there. Until then, let's get started. I looked up at the half moon from the fleshy drug up patch of dirt where I sat. It was barely showing through the canopy above me. I stood I quietly stood whipping around, remembering of the dirt and blood off my pants. Fuck, I swore almost silently under my breath. I picked up my shovel off the ground and began, and the flashlight that lay next to it. So, what happens when I leave you alone for so long? I cringed at the sound of a man that I knew who was standing behind me. What do you want? I spat, hating feeling those words. A pair of hands slipped around my waist. Is something wrong for me to wanting to see you? I jerked away, turning around to face him. You left me, I hissed. I left you so be okay? So this, he grunted towards the blood covering the covered self, then the patch of loose dirt. So this is what happened. I snorted and looked like it was going to happen either way. I took a step back, getting a better look at him. I wasn't going to stay pure forever, now was I? Especially not after what you did. My hands hesitantly touched a large scar covering my chest. You know I didn't mean to. His voice was a hush whisper. Accidents happen. I smiled at him. But wasn't one. My voice echoed his own. He looked into my eyes, a pain expression seeping into anger. I broke eye contact, knowing if I didn't, I would forgive him. It's time for you to leave. My hand now moving into a silver object in my backpack. Eric. I moved towards him, my eyes glued to the ground. It's time for you to leave, I whispered, laying my head on my shoulders, tears appearing from the corners of my eyes. I refused. His voice was soft in the depth of his voice. I could tell that he was what was going to happen. Fine then. I unzipped his jacket, running the sharp blade across his heart gently, trailing it up his throat. It's time for you to go to sleep, beautiful. I looked out from my open window, a light flashing through the thunder booming in darkness. Eric, I peered over my shoulder to see my stepmother, Jacqueline, standing in my doorway. Can I come in for a few minutes? I shrugged and rolled over. I don't know. Can you? I heard my door creak as she shut it as she made her way into my room. How are you feeling, sweetie? I felt the bed dipped as where she was sat, gently pressing and carrying on my shoulder. Shouldn't you be going to bed soon? I asked her. Well, sure, but I want to make sure you're okay. You've been acting distant since your father and I adopted Angel. I shrugged and my grip away from her. I'm not distant. I'm just busy of what? You're hiding in your room all day. You're wasting your summer. You're making your father and I worry about your future. I was taken aback at her sudden attitude and aggression. Why are you worried about my future? She looked at me in disgust. Your father and I want grandchildren. I looked at her confused. I'm only 16. How the hell you plan on having kids when you're a single fag? Her voice filled with hatred now. Whoa, 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 whoa. I am not gay. I stormed out. Your stuttering is really assuring. She turned away, leaving my room. What was that for? I thought out loud. I sighed and moved so I could once again see out my window, my head hurting. I should get some sleep, I thought, closing my eyes. Later that night, my eyes shot open as I heard my door creak. Damn it, Angel, you're probably having another nightmare again, I thought. Rolling over, Angel, what is it, babe? I looked over to see the tall figure standing near my door, his dark hair covering his face. My eyes widened, realizing his white t-shirt and blood spatter. Are you okay? His head tilted to the side, showing pale skin. Red scars of blood seeping slightly out of them, reaching from his lips and to his ears, making a permanent smile across his face. I stretched back against the headboard. The strange man in my room moved closer to me. Stop. Where are you? I stuttered, my voice filled with fear. I wanted to move as he reached my bed, but my body was frozen from fear. He leaned over me and smiled. Beautiful, I said out loud, his eyes wide and even shocked. Go to sleep, he whispered as a sharp object touched my throat. I sat up and my hands gripped my throat. It wasn't a dream. It was just a dream. I sighed in relief as I flipped back on my bed, my hands still clenching my neck. He was really beautiful, I thought, staring at the ceiling.